back again. We're back
Alright.
with Out of the Abyss. If you're watching this on YouTube or listening back on Spotify, this will be part 2 of episode 2 of Crit and Miss Out of the Abyss. If you haven't caught the previous episode, stop what you're doing right now. Go back and listen and or watch that one first, so you have a little bit of a better idea of what's happening and catch up. And then when you're all caught up, make sure you join us live for the next episode when that one goes live on Twitch. Haven't quite figured out the date for that one yet. Does anyone know when that one is? Let me have a look. So the 15th of April.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. So that's a fortnight from now. We'll talk about that beforehand, guys. Anyway, but
My calendar says yes.
for right now, lock that into your calendars, guys. The 15th of April, we're going to go live with episode 3 of Crit and Miss Out of the Abyss, the very best Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live play in the entire world, if I don't say so myself. And I did just say it. I said it live on the internet too, so it can't be undone.
It also must be true.
It must be true. If the internet says it, everything on the internet's true. That's why I get all of my opinions straight off Reddit. That's why I'm such a reasonable and moderate person, because I get all my opinions straight off Reddit and Facebook.
I don't even have an account on Reddit.
Neither do I.
I do, but the only reason I actually did that was to read the forums for the campaigns that I run.
Fair.
Remy, you're a DM as well? Are you on Reddit to read forums on campaigns?
I do, not like just to get like a brief, like, you know, what people think when they're running, or what tips. Usually it's a lot of like what tips or how to make the adventures better. Wizards have really great books, and then also put a lot of holes in the book, and it's hard for DMs to kind of pick what fills it, or to make scenes make sense. So a lot of it is hole filling that I use for it.
Yeah, I look on it, and then I see what other people say, and I see what other people write, and then I ignore it entirely and do my own thing, and it all falls apart, and it's extremely messy, as you guys are witnessing right now. Not because you guys as players are throwing me a curveball, but just because my tiny little brain cannot hold all of the information that is required of it. Anyway, but Out of the Abyss isn't the only thing that I'm currently working on. You know, I've got my Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus campaign, which I run for Author Gaming, but there's I said there was going to be an announcement during tonight's episode, and there is. If you can see the chat, if you're watching this on Twitch, we had our good friends at Valiant Odyssey leave a message in the chat earlier. So the announcement I wanted to make is I'm actually going to be joining the guys at Valiant Odyssey as a player in their brand new live stream, which is going to be commencing later on sometime this month. He said midway through April, something like that. We don't have a concrete date put in stone just yet, but that's going to be every Thursday at 7:30 on Valiant Odyssey Twitch channel. So make sure you check that out. They do they made a podcast in the past. They haven't done a live stream of D&D just yet. He does a bunch of other stuff, art and gameplay videos and all that kind of stuff. But this will be the first time they do an actual play for D&D, which is going to be pretty exciting. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to be a player in a campaign and not have to fumble my way through trying to DM. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, so Thursday, 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, sometime mid-April. I don't know. Should I give a spoiler as to the character that I'm going to be?
Do it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do so, please.
Right. I tell you what. Someone roll a d20 for me, and if it's high enough, I'll give you a piece of information.
I'll roll the
You
d20.
roll it. Yeah. I'll give you a little juicy nugget of information.
Thanks. I rolled a nat 1.
No.
Okay, I'm disappointed.
So sorry about that, guys. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any spoilers tonight. You're just gonna have to tune in
No.
for the first episode
But
of
the
the.
complication is now you can't tell anyone about that character, so you have to create a new one.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. It took me quite a while to settle on the character that I'm actually. I feel is going to be a good fit for the campaign. I'm actually going to enjoy playing. Anyway, I'm going to stop delaying, and we're going to jump straight back into the action. And when I say action, I mean we're gonna. I mean, there's not a fight going on or anything like that. At least not yet. Let's.
The BTT scene hasn't updated for me. Should I maybe log out, log back in?
Should you scroll to your left?
Yeah, a little bit.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Magic.
So Thrash, you make your way outside of this chamber, and I'm assuming you close the door behind you.
Oh, definitely. She slams the door. Oh, no. Wait, she does not slam. She does not slam the door. She closes the door. She was about to slam it, and then she remembered her Drow. Well, he's not her friend, but, you know, what he said about being subtle, and she closes it gently, and then she just sort of, like, leans up against the adjacent wall. She's like, this is just not my day. Seeing that this is obviously not an area that really... Like, you know, she's on the edge of, like, this cliff when there's a rope bridge in front of her, and she's like, how could this possibly get any worse?
So, yeah, you're
Like-
standing on this 5-foot wide rope bridge. It's sturdy. The planks are made from a similar wood as the door, and also the trapdoor that you saw inside earlier. It's almost like a very dull sort of purplish sort of color, with a not like a grain similar to that of wood. It's more granular rather than a grain that runs lengthwise. And you look over the edge, and you can see some 40 feet below you. There's like silken webbing, like a whole, almost like a net, about 40 feet below you. And roll a. What shall I get you to roll? Roll a. Why is my mouse not working? There we go. Survival check for me.
I can do that. Let's see. $19, not too shabby, not too shabby at all.
19. Yeah. So you look over the edge, and you ask yourself, why would the Drow want there to be this spider web? And it's when you realize that it's covering almost the entire outpost, as it were. Anyone looking up from down below wouldn't be able to see any of the rope bridges or anything like that. So you think it might be that they have this in place to obscure the outpost from anyone who might be looking up from down below. That's sort of the information you get from that. To your left, you can see there's like a fissure in the stone wall, and there's like a 10-15 foot wide sort of waterfall. It's not like rushing loudly or anything like that, but it's dropping. You can see 60 feet in the darkness. You can see that it falls to the end of your vision, and then is obscured by the darkness. What do you want to do?
Okay. I would like to attempt to very stealthily make my way across the bridge in front of me. Thrash is a very simple-minded person. If there is a path in front of her, she will follow it. So since naturally the only way forward is to go forward, she just goes forward. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Okay, no problem at all. Let's have a look.
So if I'm standing at the bridge where we're at,
Yes. Oh, sorry, you've gone quiet.
sorry, I accidentally went super bassy. Hit a button I shouldn't have. And I have dark vision out to 60 feet. I may be able to see Thrash as she gets to that like part of the bridge there if she comes up to the one that's nearing us.
All right. So first things first. Let's get Thrash the Troublesome to roll a stealth check for me.
Let's
Ooh.
see. 11.
11. All
I
right.
mean, it's not horrible. It's not great either.
So let's grab the ruler and see how far away you are. I'd say as Thrash reaches the very end of the bridge there, roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Or 11. Actually, what's your passive perception? It's above an 11. If I'm
Passive
correct.
perception is 10.
10. All right. So I'm assuming that you're looking around actively, trying to see signs of pursuit,
Just
perhaps.
just looking around, yeah, trying to see what's going on in the area I can see.
All right. I actually got to reveal some stuff for you guys too.
So am I rolling perception?
Yeah. Roll a perception if you're actively looking.
17.
17. You do actually see a figure in black and white, stealthily moving across a rope bridge to your south. Let's have a look. So round about there.
Would
and I'd
I
say
have an
that's-
inkling that that's Thrash based on like body shape, size at that distance, or not really?
I mean, Thrash is 7 foot tall.
It's dim light. You actually need
You're
to
not
roll
gonna
that.
miss her.
You need to roll that with disadvantage, by the way.
With dark vision.
Correct. So it's complete darkness out here. So you're
Okay.
seeing in dim light.
Yep. All right. No lockers. So I'll roll again. 5.
5. No, you do not see.
Okay.
Yes. So Thrash, you're making your way along the length of this rope bridge, suspended 40 feet above these silken strands. Let's resolve what's going on with the rest of you guys. So you guys see this this deep gnome just jump over the edge, and is anyone watching what happens to them, or?
Well, I'm standing right there, so I'd probably notice.
Yep. What about Perseus? You're in the complete darkness here. What are you doing?
I just kind of heard this deep gnome say something, and I just heard his fucking screams get a little bit quieter and quieter as he fell off. So I'm kind of just gonna sort of do full like Daredevil because I can't see, so my eyes open, but I'm looking around like I can't see anything, and just kind of start walking forward with my hand out, see if I feel anything. And then once I touch this rope, I'll kind of just 2 hands on that rope and start going across it, so I know
Um.
I have something solid.
So I know that spells are being a bit of an issue from trying to do a lay on hands before. I'll maybe try again to cast Dancing Lights.
You want to cast Dancing Lights? Why don't you
Yeah.
chuck that spell description in the log for us.
Okay, just gonna grab that spell. Dancing lights. Did that come up?
To look.
Not as of yet.
No, I don't see it.
Maybe don't know how to make it do it, but I can read it out.
Yeah, read it out for us.
It's got a range of 120 feet. It's a one action cast time. Cantrip, create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs. Hover in the air for the duration. Can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium size. Whichever form you choose, each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. And as a bonus action on my turn, I can move the lights up to 60 feet to a new spot within range. All lights must be within 20 feet of another light created by the spell, and a light winks out if it exceeds the spell's range.
Okie dokie. Let me give you something to use for that light, because as you go to cast this spell, you reach into the weave and you feel there's some resistance, but now that you're outside of the cell, you're able to make contact with the weave of magic and draw forth the exact threads which you required, which you were denied earlier. Oh man, this above VTT is really driving me insane. At times I feel like it's running better, and then at times like this, when I need it to do something, it just boom, no, just shuts down. Oh, sorry, you wanted to put a token on the map? No, that's not going to happen today. I'm afraid.
No, it's even worse is I need 4 of them.
Yes. Yeah. Well, once I get one going, the rest of them should be fine.
Excellent.
All right. Let's use. How big is this one? There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see that?
These little glowy things here.
Yep.
Looks like it. I'm just trying to. Oh, that's the ruler. Let's get the select tool. There we go. All right. And they give light in like a 10-foot radius. So if I put one like here, and we'll keep one here around us. Actually, no, that's a bad idea because we don't want to necessarily be seen. Let's put one like here. Let's put one like I'm going to start moving one down this way, but because I don't know Thrash is there, I'm not going to pop it all the way over there. I'm just going to like have one go about that far, and then I've got one left. Feathers are up there. I'm going to have this one load up that far, so we can maybe see up there a little bit. Let me just check that they're within range. Yep, furthest one away is only like 35 feet, so that's all good. We can have a little bit of light.
Oh man, I'm having these issues again. It's playing silly buggers with me. It's really taken forever. I cannot load my notes. I can't. Oh man. Anyone else having these issues as well during live streams with Above VTT? Send me a message. Tell me how to fix it, because right now I'm almost cannot run this game because everything's just slowed down. I'm trying to open a new tab here. That's also slowed down. I guess it's just my internet, right? That's that'd be the thing that's the problem.
What internet service thing are you using? Like Chrome internet?
Yeah, Chrome. Yeah, so I have to use Chrome for Above VTT. I guess I could use Firefox as well, but I've followed all the steps that were suggested for, you know, speeding up your internet, but it just doesn't seem to do anything for me, unfortunately. I don't know. The thing is, it runs so well for Baldur's Gates, and it just runs like absolute garbage here. So yeah, you move those 4 lights out. 2 of them float off towards the north there, and a pair of them. One of them floats out over the rope bridge, and one of them goes out along the ridge to the south. Thrash, you see these lights suddenly blink into existence, and as Sarathel does this, the rest of you can hear a voice calling out from somewhere to the north. What do you do?
If they're calling out from the north, I think that means it's time to head in the other direction, which means across the bridge.
I'm following. Let's go.
Suss this door out and see if it's locked or whatever. Oops, don't move the light, move me. Come on.
Oh, my notes are just wrecked here. Okay, and Thrash, you see these lights suddenly like appear and then start floating over towards you, and I'd say with the lights so close to you guys, you can actually see them now on the opposite side. What is it? 5, 10, 15, 30, 35 feet away from you are on the opposite side of this stalactite. What do you do?
Okay. She doesn't call out, but she sort of just like, oh, not really shouting, but sort of whisper shouting, like, "Hey," like, "Oi," sort of like tries to get their attention, but not in a way that would like she's screaming at the top of her lungs, sort of attention.
Okay. I won't make you guys roll on that. You can see her if you wish to see her now that there's these lights hovering about and she wants to be seen.
Cool. Well, I'll float this one over a little bit closer. And we've got to try and get through this door to get to her by the looks of it. So I'll maybe wave my acknowledgement that I've seen her and turn my attention to the door.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, Thrash does the same.
You see in front of you a very similar door to the one I described to Thrash earlier. What's Lady Althera doing? You see these lights sort of pop up into existence, and you can hear the sound of voices coming from somewhere to the north.
So I've got dark vision, so I can see quite clearly.
Yep.
I'm just looking around anxiously, trying to find where they would probably hide our shit.
Yep.
But then trying to move forward, like to get through this door and keep moving through this complex.
All right. No problem at all. Okay. So someone trying to open this door here.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. Okay.
I want to make sure it's not booby trapped first.
All right. No problem at all. Let's.
If I feel like I have time, like a quick check, I'm not being too thorough because we've got people coming from the north probably.
Yeah, you haven't. Nothing. There's no alarm being raised at this point, so you think you have some time to check this out if you want to check this out.
Alright.
Wait for while this very slowly loads. Let's change the map here. Let's go to another map. Alright, so now let's wait a full minute while that loads. Let's describe to me
on this door.
Describe to me exactly how you're investigating the door first, and we'll go from there. What does
Okay, well
Seraphim do?
before I even touch it, I'm just going to give it a good look over, check the hinges, check the latch, and check all the edges, see if I can see any obvious strings or anything that might look out of place. And then if that clears, I'll start like just with my hands around the whatever the mechanism is to open it, just to gently feel if there's anything weird going on that I can't see.
Yeah, so the door handle is like a it's made of iron, so it's got some surface rust on it as well. But you put your hand on it, you can feel it's cool to the touch, and it has some attention to detail put in it. It's not a just a rustic iron door handle. It's got a little bit of filigree and curve put into it, the kind of thing that you would expect from the drow, because even though they're evil, they still have a certain sense of vanity about them. You well, first thing I want you to do, I'm assuming that you're trying to do this stealthily, right?
Yes.
Alright, so roll a stealth check for starters.
Plus 0. No, what are we rolling? 13.
Well, at least you're not wearing your armor, so you don't have a disadvantage.
I'm wearing the chain shirt, but that's only medium, so phew.
There is something to be said about donning and doffing armor, but we'll brush over that one for the time being.
Okay.
We'll say yes. You're wearing the chain shirt. And what did you roll? Because nothing is coming up.
13.
A 13. 13
Yes.
on the stealth check. Now I need you to roll a perception check to see if it's trapped. Yep, everything.
Is it perception or investigation?
Roll investigation if you want to roll investigation.
Oh, I would prefer that because I actually have a bonus.
Well, actually, no. Usually, it's perception to see something or to notice something, and then
yeah,
investigation.
but I'm like
to get-
investigating the stud of the door, right?
I'll allow it. I'll read into it a little bit better. I usually do it
Right.
a perception check, and then if you find something, then you can investigate it.
Okay, well, with perception, I would have gotten 15 if it was investigation.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you don't seem to notice anything untoward. You run your fingers along the seam of the door. You gently test the door handle, and you don't notice anything.
Alright.
I will
I'll
reveal
pop it
something
open and peek inside
on
if
this
it's not locked.
stinking map. It's not working. Once again, it's just completely slowed down to the point where I can't even use the map anymore. Oh, we've got some responsiveness. Alright, so let me put some tokens on the map, and so we've got Sarathel Duskren there. We'll put you actually on the map there, and we have
Open the
Thrash
doorway.
the Troublesome, the south side of the map here. I made these maps, by the way, just a little tidbit of information. Just quickly smash
Yeah,
them
they're
out.
very good looking. I like them.
Took me forever to try and figure out how to do something as simple as blur the spider webs in the background, but I finally figured out, and we got there in the end, as I am hoping to do with how I run the stream, so I can do it in such a way so I can focus on DMing and not trying to make things work that don't want to work. What did I just happened? Yeah, I moved all the way up to there. So Sarathel and Thrash, you should be able to see yourselves on the map. I'm gonna chuck who's right behind Sarathel there.
That's me.
That would be you.
Stacked up
Alright.
behind him. Yeah.
Aurelius. Don't forget, Sarathel, you still have one hit point left at this point.
I'm aware I have a plan.
You have a plan? Alright. It's always
Yes.
good it's always good when a player says that they have a plan.
It probably won't go according to it, but I know what I intend to do if there's trouble.
Here we go.
So,
That sort of be good.
oh,
So this is why I didn't just swing the door open. I'm taking a peek inside first.
they shouldn't be here. Oh god. This is I gotta say this. Yeah, I'll stop complaining about it and just make it work.
We get there.
We'll get there in the end. Let's have a look. Quarters. Let's have a look. Yep, that's right there. Now, reveal a little bit of the map for you, Sarathel, because what you see inside of this room when you peek your head in is another circular chamber dug into the inside of a stalactite hanging from the ceiling of the cavern, and inside you can see 3 drow seated around a table with their backs turned to you. They seem to be preoccupied with a game that they're playing. Haven't seemed to notice you just yet. What do you want to
Excellent.
do?
All right. First thing I'm going to do is turn back to the others and hold up 3 fingers, to sort of hopefully let them know, and then point inside, and then I'm going to dump my hand on my chest and drop all 5 of my lay on hands points into myself.
Okay.
And then
Sorry.
sorry, and then I was going to and get ready to move into the room quietly as I can.
Yeah. Before he makes his way into the room, seeing him indicate 3 to everyone else, Thrash would like to use her climbing speed to climb the wall. Like, I guess it's a bridge and then sort of a circular pillar and then another bridge. She would like to climb the side and then get to where they are. If that makes any sense.
Oh, so you're going to go along the outside of the wall. I like
Yeah,
it.
so I guess I'll drop a token there so that you can sort of see. But like, I guess in my mind, and what I'm seeing on the map is it's a
Yep.
bridge, circular bridge. I was just sort of, tabaxis have a climbing speed of 20 feet.
Yep.
So I was hoping to just sort of shink and then, you know, make my way over there. That way, at least there's 2 people at the front that can deal a little bit of damage, and safety in numbers, I guess.
Oh, sorry, let's move Perseus back again. Yeah, no, you can absolutely do that, and congratulations. That's a very inventive use of your climbing speed. I was like, how are we gonna do this? So you're gonna have to roll another stealth check to see if you can open that door without being noticed. But no, yeah, you can move your way along the outside. So Lady Althea, you can actually see this from where you are. You see Thrash sort of like a spider on the side of the stalactite, just sort of kind of like Super Mario when he's climbing along that cage.
Yep.
And you can see a turtle on the other side, and she hits it and it falls off. No, so you can see it sort of climbing sideways, and she touches down. I'm not going to make you roll dexterity or anything like that. You can safely make your way to this other bridge, and you're now standing in front of a partially open door. Sarathel, you can see 3 drow inside. What do you want to do?
All right, well, I'm going to try and I'm really not good at this, and I don't like my chances of complete success, but I'm going to try and sneak up like behind probably the middle guy, and have a crack. I got my short sword at the ready, and I'm assuming everyone else is going to follow me into the room.
Yeah, as he's going in, I'll just like whisper in the back of his ear and be like, "You got this," and I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
All right. First things first.
What can I cast spells actually? Hold on.
Oh yes, I think you need a
Focus.
magical what's it called? It's a
Focus. Still casting
Casting
focus.
focus.
for a cleric it's called something else. Someone hit me up with the name of that is, but it's
Talisman?
Like a paladin, we can have emblems or
yeah.
holy
I know
symbol.
it's got a
Holy
religious
symbol. Holy symbol,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for all those people that know D&D better than I do, because my brain's absolute mush and it's just not working today. All
And you
that's
got so
going
much
through
to
my
keep track
head
of.
is get the whippersnipper to work again, because it broke down and I need to do another
No.
property. That's all that's going through my head. I need to get back into D&D. Let's do this. Give us another
Another
stealth.
stealth.
Yes.
Stealth.
I don't cast guidance. I give him a pat on the back and cast good luck.
rolled a 4, so good luck. Just what does that mean?
It's just good luck. It's just me saying good luck.
Okay, well, I rolled a 4.
So unfortunately, your the good luck spell you just cast on him didn't seem to work the way that you wanted it to, because a 4 is not going to be quite good enough, Serathel. As you
Yeah.
Yep, take a step into the room. What have you got on your person? Change shirts and a
Yep.
sword, if I'm not mistaken.
Change shirt, short sword. I've got that hand crossbow, but I haven't equipped it or anything. I'm just and I've got that vial of poison, but that's probably like tucked away somewhere.
I don't need to.
Dash could probably use the crossbow. I have a really high dexterity.
Well, we're a little bit beyond passing out weapons at this point, because as you
Yep.
make your way inside this chamber, the end of the short sword knocks up against the side of the stone wall, tink, and you see at one, all 3 of the drow guards just push themselves off the table and stand up, almost like they're about to stand to attention, but they see you guys and start drawing weapons. Let's roll for initiative
All right.
Yes.
as we get stuck into this. Alright, now
Us.
wait 3 hours while I add these
I
guys
got a
to the
5.
combat tracker.
I got 11.
You know what? Alright, let's just do this way. Alright, we got a Thrash got an 11.
Yep.
We got a 5 for Serathel.
Uh-huh.
Percy's got a 7.
Percy's got a 7. I also need one from Lady Althera.
12.
Althera got a 12. I'm gonna say, how far away are you? You're maybe 10, 20 feet away. So if you wanna get engaged in the action, you're gonna need to use 20 feet of movement just to get up to the door there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Sweet as. Let's roll for these drow. So.
That one. That one. That one.
Well, not quite. Not quite. And the other one. No, I didn't roll that properly. Yeah, same thing. All right. Character sheets. Let's have a look at your character sheet so I know. That's not going to work either, is it? No, it's not. Let's just say it's the same. So that. All right. So. Then we have. That one. Serathel, what did you get again? Sorry,
For what?
for your
Stealth.
initiative.
Oh, my initiative 5.
Yeah, 5. For some reason, I wrote a 1. And then Serathel. All right. First up in the initiative order is going to be my 2 drow. Because unfortunately, you guys you used up all of your luck on all your natural 20s and natural 19s that you guys rolled earlier. So
You did ask
Yep.
when things were going to turn around, and I said combat.
yep, and that is exactly what has happened.
We're going to be that party that is absolutely great in like role playing in between situations as soon as we get into combat.
It's,
Bam.
my favorite kind of plays. Ones
I mean,
that,
there are a
like the
lot
wolf.
of us though, so we could just overpower them with numbers.
Yeah, assuming all the other prisoners actually back this play and try and fight and don't just run and leave us to die.
All right, so
And-
that up.
Let them try to run. Thrash will chase them down and throw them back in.
So the first drow
Great.
jumps up, pushes off the chair, is almost like he's about to stand at attention, but stops when he sees you guys, and he clasps his hands and then opens up in an arcane gesture, almost like he's projecting something out towards you guys. And as he does so, let's have a look. He says something. Not quite sure what he says. Some type of arcane incantation. You need to roll I think it's all three of you need to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh no.
No problem.
Dex save. That one.
This is what Thrash is good at. 22.
4.
So we got a 4, a 22,
That's
And-
12 for me.
and a 12. So for whoever rolled a 4, you failed, and let's see what happens. All of a sudden, like this fluorescent powder just bursts into existence above you, and like poof, like a piece of like the explosion of fireworks, and it bursts out in a 20-foot radius, and a couple of you are able to sort of like get out of the way of this powder as it's dropping down. It's like shining and reflecting light as it drops down. Also, I should mention that it's a dim light inside here. But unfortunately, who rolled a 4? Was that Thrash?
Oh, it was me.
It
No.
was Sarathel. Well, you should know what this spell is.
Is this dancing lights?
No, this is
No,
this
not
is
dancing lights. Fairy fire.
Fairy fire.
I can't remember what it does because I don't actually have it yet. So, it's not on the sheet. I get it later levels.
For the time being, any attack roll against you while you're covered in this twinkling fluorescent lights will have advantage on you.
Not
Um,
good.
So that's the end of the first drow's turn. Then it's going to be the second drow's turn. And what does he want to do? Does he want to do the same thing? No, he sees you, Sarathel, covered in this glittering lights, and he's actually gonna take a shot at you with his hand crossbow. Let's have a look. Where are you? Natural 20. Sorry about that, buddy. And he's not going to need advantage on that.
You're not sorry.
I am a little bit, because this just makes things more difficult for me. Plus 4.
Gonna hurt.
So I guess I don't need 2 of these.
That's a crit.
All right. So yeah.
How much?
8. No, sorry.
Oh.
12. 12 points of damage.
So that puts me to -6.
So I'm not going to get you to make a Constitution saving throw. You just you go down. So this all happens in the blink of an eye. You guys, Sarathel tries to make his way into the room. These guards notice him, jump up. One of them casts fairy fire, covers Sarathel in these like twinkling fluorescent lights. The other one, almost like with practiced accuracy, like they've drilled this 1,000 times, just pulls his hand crossbow out. Boom, takes a shot, nails Sarathel right in the shoulder, pressing him up against the stone wall as he collapses down unconscious. Then it's going to be Althea, your turn. You see this explosion of light.
And what? I'm 20 feet away.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go straight in onto this one here. So to this spot. Boop. Run in, pull the dagger out, and stab.
All right. I'll give you your token. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh. Did you hate it when you go to click something, and just as you go to click it, it loads something else in, and you click next to where you want to click, and you press the wrong thing. So you want to go to 5 feet
That's
away
fine.
from this guy.
Yeah, just there. Can you see my ruler? I'm not sure if you can see my ruler or not.
I can't see the ruler, but I can see where you are. So let's say it was 20 feet, 25, 30. Yeah, you can make it there. Absolutely, no problem.
Okay, and then I'll stab this one just here.
The one in the middle, are we
yeah.
talking about here?
Oh no, the one to the left.
The one to the left. Okay, no problem
Yeah.
at all. So, for those that are listening, we now have 3 drow. 2 appear to be very similar to the one that you guys murdered earlier near the exit of the cell. And we've got one that seems to be like he's wearing much nicer armor, he's got nicer weapons, and he seems to be the one in charge. You're going to take a stab at the guy to the south. Go ahead.
With a 14.
With a 14, let's have a look. There's a 14 hit. Unfortunately, it does not hit, I'm afraid.
Cool. Then yeah, I'll just stay there.
You just stay there? Alright.
Yep.
No problem at all.
Yep.
End of your turn?
End of my turn. That's it.
Okay, alright, no problem. Next up we have, what did I write down there? Thrash. Thrash
Okay.
the Troublesome.
So seeing Sarathel going down and Athera trying desperately to stab someone and nothing's happening, she turns to the prisoners behind them. She's like, "Fight with us! Is this not your freedom? Come and take your freedom! It's here for the taking! There are so many of us and so little of them! If we gang up on them, we can take them down together!" And she, I mean, if I could roll a persuasion, maybe, like, it's up to you.
Yeah, most of the prisoners seem to be pretty keen on just getting out of here. They don't want to get into any trouble. But yeah, you can roll a persuasion check for me.
19.
Yeah, you seem to have gotten their attention. They are starting to see you guys as their best bet on getting out of here, and you see the Quaggoth, the orc, as well as one of the deep gnomes making their way over to you guys.
Do I still have an action left?
Yes.
Or would
So
that
I would
be
say
like-
that that's just a free action. You just talking.
Okay.
So no problem.
Well, Thrash is pretty pissed off, so she'll rage. And then she will walk her way over to that table I see in the corner of the room, pick up the table, and smash it over that middle drow's head.
All right. A table. I'm going to consider that an improvised weapon. Same
Sounds
as
good.
ooh, just as a club. I'm guessing. So 1d4 plus strength on that one. So roll to hit first. But
Oh, sorry. Oops. I rolled damage first.
because
Oopsie daisy.
because of the shape of that one, I'm going to say you're not going to add your proficiency bonus to that attack.
That's totally fine. So
I don't
roll to hit.
think Thrash is
So I
proficient
gotta
with
do
tables.
this. No, she's not proficient in tables. So 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's a 15 to hit.
15 to hit. Well, let's. Who we hitting? The guy in the south. That Lady Athera also took a poke at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna walk straight up and.
That's a hit. So you can you pick
Awesome,
up this
awesome.
table and you hit him with it. Let's have a look.
So that is a 1 plus. So that's 4 damage
4
altogether.
damage.
Actually, hang on. I did get advantage on that roll, but I forgot about it. Oopsie.
Do you get extra damage for rage as well?
I gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Oh, I do get +2 with
damage?
melee weapon damage. But I'm not sure if that would count.
Yeah, no, I would say I think it counts. It's you're
Okay.
you're using the table as a melee weapon. I think that should.
Well,
definitely
that's
count.
6 damage then.
6 points of damage as you just pick up this side table and just smash it over this drow's head. Boom! Some bits and pieces go flying around, like just some personal effects, some bits of paper, maybe like a couple of bits of chalk or stuff that they used to write with go clattering across the floor, as well as all of the splinters of this table as you smash it over his head. Do remember to tick off one use of your rage ability, and we said,
Yeah, definitely.
what did we say, 6 points of damage?
6 points of damage. And as I brought the table down, I was hoping as it cracked over their head to get the leg of the table back so I have a weapon now. Is that too much to ask?
So you rolled a 15 on the hit. Had you rolled higher, I would have said that that's definitely going to be a possibility. But I'm going to say you smashed him over the head. The whole table is just splintered now.
Fair enough. That sounds good. There's still another table in the room. I'll just do it again.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bigger table. Maybe the chairs they might be able to work.
That works.
End of your turn. So you've used your bonus action to rage. You've hit him with a chair. Let's say you've used your move action to try and call these other people into the fight.
Sweet. That's it.
That's it. All right. So we go to Perseus. Thrash just
Wait.
nailed this guy with a table.
Has the one in the middle there drawn their weapons yet?
They're a little bit slower off the draw than everyone else, but they are drawing their weapons, yes.
Okay, so they're currently in the process of bringing it out.
Well, I mean, that's just sort of flavor text. They have their weapons drawn.
Okay, cool. I was gonna. Yep, cool. All right, all good. All right, as I run through, I'm going to pick up the short sword off my fallen friend's body here because he's not
Glad
using
someone
it. at the moment.
remembered I didn't want to say anything because I'm conscious.
Yeah, so I'm going to run past, pick up the short sword, and then I'm going to have a swing at the one in the middle, the upper class looking
In the middle.
drow.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he drinks his tea with his pinky extended. Yeah, see if you can hit this guy.
Wait, oh, jeez, quickly. It was a short sword, was it not? The
Yeah.
Correct.
you had? Cool. All right. Bye. Okay. Dirty 20 to hit.
A dirty 20.
Yes.
Pretty good.
14 plus 6.
A dirty 20. Yes, that's a hit. He's in the process of drawing his weapons out, but you're able to get to him quickly enough while Thrash is cleaning up this other guy with a table. You're able to get between his armor and get a good little stab in there.
Yeah, so I rolled max damage, so 10 points of slashing damage.
10,
6 plus 4.
Oh,
10 points of slashing damage. Let me just have a look at this guy. What did you
Ouch.
say? Sorry, what did you say the total of your attack was?
The total to hit was 20.
total
So
to
16
hit
plus
was
14
20.
plus 6. Sorry.
Oh man, do I have some bad news for you? Yeah, no. As you bring your sword in for the thrust, he draws his sword as well as the small shield that he has on his side, and he's able to use his reaction to parry the attack, adding 3 points to his armor class against one melee attack that would hit it. So yeah, unfortunately that's going to be a miss.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Yes, this is D&D, guys. I should have studied their character sheets beforehand, but yes, he parries your attack. Unfortunately, what do you do?
It's level 1. That's all I can do. That's my turn.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. Let's get a death saving throw from Serathel.
Alright, I'm gonna roll it with a real dice.
All right, we want to see it.
It's bad.
Oh, I thought you had the camera already set up. Can't see that. What is it?
10.
A 10? A 10 is good. A 10 is enough. That's one
No,
successful.
that was a wonky angle. It's a 3.
Oh,
A 3 is not
Yeah.
good. A 3 is not
No,
enough.
it's not. That's a fail.
A 3 is a fail. And
I will
that's
go and mark that on my sheet.
one failure of many.
Not at all.
So now it's going to be my last Drow's turn. He is going to make 2 attacks with his short sword. So the first one, and he is going to attack. Who is he going to attack? Who's right in his face? Perseus, you just tried to stab him. He parries the attack, and he uses that momentum to carry through and attack you with his short sword with a 18 to hit.
Hits.
That's a hit. Okie dokie. Then he is going to do 8 points of piercing damage to you.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's
God, yep.
Maybe we should have tried to sneak past.
It's a brutal campaign, my friends. So yeah, he as you go to stab him, he draws his shield, parries your short to the side, and just over the top of his shield, sticks his short sword straight into you, catching you right on the chest, doing 8 points of piercing damage, if that makes any difference. As he does so, he draws back his sword, presses up against your sword arm, raises his sword above his head, ready for the killing blow. As he does that, you hear something from outside. 3 short horn blasts. Ba, ba, ba. And some type of otherworldly shrieking. Rah! And a droning, humming sound accompanies the shrieking. And that's where we're going to finish up for tonight, guys.
Spicy.
ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh my.
On that little cliffhanger. I know it's still fairly early, and we haven't got quite as deep into it as I was hoping we would be able to. But things are getting pretty dicey here. We've got one character down, one character, well, let's be honest here, almost about to go down. You guys do have some friends available and making their way in to potentially help you guys out. But will they make it there in time? I guess we're just gonna have to
Good
wait
question.
and see. Will I be
That's it.
able to fix above VTT in time for the next episode?
Fingers crossed.
That's another question that we're gonna have to have
Okay.
answered.
Gotta say, this is my first time ever going between sessions being unconscious and waiting on rolling more death saves when I come back.
Yeah, it's the second time you've gone down. Yeah,
Yes.
this is just not one of those scenarios where going in guns a blazing is going to work out in your favor. Unfortunately, this
That's
is
why I tried to be sneaky, but I'm not very good at it.
you did try to be sneaky. But yeah, maybe going at them. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Something's happening outside. I'll tell you that much. You hear these 3 short horn blasts, as well as this like droning, humming sounds. Has anyone watched the new Dune movie yet?
Not yet.
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Well, like in the movie, they have these like they're like helicopters. They're called ornithopters, but they look like a dragonfly, and they have these like wings that like they vibrate really quickly, and there's like this like loud like droning humming sound. That's what you guys hear coming from somewhere outside of the cavern that you're currently in.
We need a GTFO.
Yeah, big
I-
time.
I need to
Big
fix. I need to fix Sirenscape as well because I really want you guys to be able to hear these sounds. But I had to close it down to try and speed up my internet a little bit.
That's funny because mine's still running.
Is it?
Yep. Can you guys hear that?
I can too.
You can still hear it. That's unusual because I closed it all down in an attempt
Weird.
to try and get my. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe I should just not open Sirenscape at all and see if that fixes things.
I'm not even close to pushing my system's limits here, so if you want me to host it, future games, we can try that.
Yeah, that might be something that we can do. I need to figure it out. I am going to be buying a second computer, like I said earlier, so I can separate things and run things on 2 separate computers, and hopefully that will make things go a little bit quicker. And I can run the combat a little bit better without having to run it on pen and paper. And I really wanted to have more time to prep tonight. Unfortunately, I didn't have that time available to me. But thank you so much, guys, again for bearing with me as I hold the pieces together, and I get this campaign running. And it's been a lot of fun. I'm hoping that the next session things will run a little bit smoother. How did everyone feel about tonight's session? Did it go the way that
Right.
you thought it would go?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to hit someone with a table, so that's a win.
That's that's a plus. Everyone else?
I was chatting to my mates that I played DayZ with, who I haven't spoken to in a while, and one of them's like, I told him I was coming to play D&D. He's like, make sure you win. And I tried to explain that you don't really win D&D. And he's like, no, you got to win. I'm like, all right. So like, I'm in a pretty bad spot. My aim for tonight will be to not die. If I don't die, that's a win. So I won. So this is good.
Well, I
I might be
mean,
We're not
unconscious,
doing
but I'm
that.
not dead.
yeah, you're about as
Yet.
close as you can get to being dead without actually being dead.
Hey, I have 2 more saves up my sleeve.
2 more
man.
saves, yeah. But if you roll a natural 1, that's it.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. That's
That's
bad.
it. That's gone.
Just need to roll a
that's-
20 and get back up with 1 hit point and start stabbing.
That's the end of Serathel Duskgrin. I have to admit, I am getting your name confused with the drow, with the other drow in this place. So I'm having a hard time keeping track of who's who. There's a lot of
I
names
gave him
going around.
a genuine drow last name. I looked up like drow last names and picked a cool one.
Yeah, I keep thinking, is Duskgrin the name of one of my other drow characters that I got here? And I'm like, no, that's the player's name. And I'm like, what are the drow's name? I have to keep looking in the book. So guys, Out of the Abyss, hopefully everyone had a good time. Still working on some of the kinks in the whole streaming thing. Remy, how did you feel about tonight's session?
It's spicy. It is really spicy right now. So we'll see what happens next week.
It's a difficult campaign. Toby, did that go the way that you thought it did? Thought it
Yeah,
would?
look, I'm not a fan of the parry reaction. That was a bit of a bit of a
Yeah.
letdown. But yeah, look, I'm on 2 hit points and I'm still alive. So look, there's hope.
I felt like a parent who gave like a child some candy and then was like, no, wait, I gave you candy before and then took it back off them. That's how I felt like. I'm like, yeah, you hit. Oh no, wait, and then the character sheet finally loaded, and I'm like, oh no, wait, you don't hit.
That's good.
Yeah, I think you guys came up with some really interesting stuff. I liked how Thrash, you decided to climb along the outside of the wall there. That was a good idea.
Cool.
Hitting the guy with the table, great idea. Looting the whole situation, the whole scene where you had the drow pressed up against the bars of the cage, and yes, pretty visceral sort of situation. You're all sort of desperately grabbing this guy and just pulling him into the cage, and then slowly, who was it that put the knife in him? Perseus?
Yeah.
Yep. I imagine that's got to do things to your psyche watching this.
That's our cleric.
This knife
Look, I'm a soldier. I've seen it before.
plunge into his neck. I have a little surprise for you guys before we finish tonight's episode.
Level up.
Sarathel, it's not going to
Yeah.
affect you. It's not going to affect you until next episode, if you can, miraculously regain your consciousness. But yeah, we're gonna be leveling up, guys.
Yes!
Let's go.
Level 2.
Oh yeah.
I had set
Hey, do I get a
myself the milestone once you've successfully made your way out of the cell. That was going to be the leveling point. You guys are now officially out of the cell. You're, for all intents and purposes, you're free to go wherever you like. So, yes, we're going to be leveling up for next episodes. How that affects your guys' characters with health points and all that kind of stuff, we'll have to see next episode. But yes, level up.
Right.
How does one do that?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
thinking that. How do you do that on D&D Beyond?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
There should be. Let me just bring up one of my.
I know you
Oh, there
can
you
go
go.
back into the
if you click on-
character creation thing, and you can just add another level.
Yeah, if you just click on your name, if you go on the sheet and just click on your name, it should say manage character level.
Yep, manage character and level. Go. And I think it takes you back to the D&D creation page. Right, level 2.
It's gonna get fun now.
Shall we
Yeah.
have a quick look at what fun things we get at level 2? Let's,
just
Has anyone leveled up yet?
Yep.
I've just done. I was just wondering. How are we doing our hit point progression? Are we rolling,
Yeah.
or are we just is it? doing
The way that
average
I usually do hit point progression is I allow you to roll, and if it's anything less than the average, you can take the average instead.
thing? Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Go back. Yeah. Let me-
So for
Phone hit
those
point type manual.
listening and or watching, so when we level up, we get an extra hit die. When you level up, I allow the players to roll whatever hit dice that is. So I'm thinking for Sarathel, that's a D10.
The D10, yeah.
D10. So Sarathel,
Yeah.
for instance, will roll a 10-sided dice. He'll add his Constitution modifier to that. Whatever he gets he now adds on to his maximum hit points. If he gets less than a 5, I will allow him to just take the 5 instead. because having low hit points in a campaign like this is just not fair. Not fair, and I like to think that I'm a fair DM, even though
Got my D10 here.
Oh, that's crispy. That is
I rolled
very
a 4,
crispy.
so I'll take the 5.
All right, let's start with Remy. Did you say you've leveled up already?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about what you get or what you would have gotten if you had all of your gear. Let's start with hit points. How many hit points did you get?
So I took a dip into Warlock,
Ah.
and I'm taking the Hex Blade.
Ooh,
Warlock.
That's fun. Let's talk about Hexblade. What's the deal with that?
So I pretty much get proficiencies in all martial weapons, medium armor, shields. I get a few additional cantrips too, 2 more spells, and then it enables me to use my charisma modifier as my damage and attack rolls, and also to cast spells. So
Okay,
with
and
weapons and stuff. So
your,
it's
your charisma is a higher score for you, or is it? Same?
yeah, it's 18. So intelligence is the highest, and then 18 is charisma.
Okay, that's fun. Have you made any choices in regards to what spells you want to get?
Yeah, so Eldritch Blast, because it's the best thing in the world. And then probably Booming Blade as well.
Nice.
I will give you a point of inspiration if you don't take Eldritch Blast.
No, you can't. I just can't. Yeah, you gotta take.
Have
Not
you-
worth a point of inspiration.
Have
Maybe
you have you ever
turn
seen a
inspiration.
warlock that does not have Eldritch Blast?
No.
Yeah, you're a bit of a wally if you don't take
Don't-
Eldritch Blast.
Don't you
that's
want
for sure.
to? Don't you want to tread the untrodden paths here? Don't you want to blaze new trails? No?
Well, I'm kind of like I'm looking at the thing of the group, and I'll probably end up changing what wizard class I go into as well at level 2 when I dip into the continuing to wizard. So the build that I'm going is very dirty. So I look forward to seeing it in action. Really?
I look forward to killing it before we get to that point. I won't have to worry about it. Who is next? Let's go the other way across the table. Grace, have you done your leveling up yet?
Yes. So pretty much all I get is a nice beefy hit point boost. I'm up to 25 hit points now.
God, what did you roll on that dice?
11
An 11. All right.
out of 12.
Nice.
Because I thought it was. It turns out barbarians have a 2d12 to their hit dice, and I only roll 1d12. But
No, that would just be how many
Yeah.
hit die you currently
That's
have.
how many you
Yeah.
currently have. Yeah. So every time you level up,
I'm a
you get
genius,
another hit
Bob.
dice. Yeah.
oh well, I rolled 11 anyway.
You rolled 11.
Originally, but
And add
Yeah.
your Constitution modifier to that, so your
so 12.
hit points go up fairly significantly. Do you get anything else as a barbar?
I just rolled 1 to 10.
No, that's literally it. I just get beefy.
So yeah, you see Thrasher's muscles suddenly start to bulge outwards as she gets a little bit stronger miraculously. Who's next? Toby.
Yes, so Perseus is shaking off his weird cleric abilities and just focusing more on his fighting and taking his first level in fighter. So first level in fighter, you get fighting style, which is not going to help me yet, but I've chosen defense. So while I'm wearing armor, I get a +1 bonus to AC, and then I also get second wind. So as a bonus action on my turn, I can heal myself and regain 1d10 plus my fighter level in hit points.
I can definitely see that coming in handy. Using the second wind to heal yourself, so it'll give you an opportunity to run away while all of your friends get brutally murdered by these drow.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. You want to go with Turvy, who jumped over the edge there. See what's down
He had the
there.
right idea. He definitely had the right idea.
And last, definitely not least, our bearded friend Mark.
Yes.
Have you leveled up?
So I ended up on 20 hit points. So that's an additional 7. A bit of a good con boost there. So at level 2, I'm taking another level of Paladin. I've sort of made it a thing, like I am going to multi-class eventually, but I want to do like 3 levels of Paladin, maybe 4 before I go anywhere else.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I get a fighting style. I was also take defense. But I'm kind of contemplating Blessed Warrior. I didn't realize that was a thing, so I can get a couple of cleric cantrips that act as paladin spells. So if I take that, I can take like Sacred Flame, and I'm just going to look through what the others do. And then I also get Divine Smite, so that's where I can start pumping spell slots in for extra damage. My attacks, it's 2d8 for first level slot and 1d8 for each spell level higher to a maximum of 5. And then spellcasting, I get to start picking spells, so I'm going through my list now. The first one I'm adding is Cure Wounds. I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, Cure Wounds will come in handy. Unfortunately, I don't think you can cast Cure Wounds while you're unconscious.
No, I have to wake up first. I also might prepare Shield of Faith, because that's extra AC for concentration.
I feel like Sarathel spent most of the campaign so far just
Unconscious.
just dozing off, just having naps.
Might take less.
Sorry.
You're right. Yeah, go for it. I'm just
I
dribbling.
did find 2 other things that I forgot about.
All right.
I get Danger Sense,
as
so I get
Mark Brew.
Uncanny Senses when you're nearby, so I have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that I can see. I also get to make reckless attacks, so when you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn, but you already get that when you're raging, so much of a muchness.
Yeah, reckless attack. I'd have to look it up. It does something different that you don't get when you. It's like extra damage or advantage on an attack, but everyone else has advantage attacking you. Let me look it up real quick. Reckless attack. Let's have a look at that. Attack reckless. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attacks rolls using strength weapons. Yeah, I'll have a look a bit more of a look into that later. But yeah, no, it's good times. Everyone loves leveling up, so I thought I'd throw that out there at the end of the episode, get people hyped up for episode 3 of Out of the Abyss, which is attacks is advantage in all attacks for you and enemies. There, that's correct. Episode 3 coming out on the 15th of April. We're in April, aren't we? Yes, we are. Same time as always, 8:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully I will have things sorted out a little bit better. Hopefully my co-DM will be able to join us and I'll be able to focus a little bit more on DMing. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this. It's been an absolute blast as always. Does anyone want to do a little sign-off message for tonight? We usually do those, but I didn't have one written down for tonight. Anyone want to do one? No? Yeah? No?
I thought to think of something earlier and then I forgot to do it.
Yeah, I thought of one earlier, but I've already forgotten what it was. I will say, what shall I say? Maybe, guys, think about if your, grandparents are still alive, or you have elderly family or relatives or friends or distant relatives or something like that. Try and keep in mind, especially if they're living alone, how much it would mean to them to have, yourself and your family and stuff like that come and visit. I know, for instance, that it's my I guess I could call him father-in-law it absolutely makes his day when we make some time to come around, and we try and make as much time as we can to visit him and bring the grandkids so that he has time to really, you know, be a part of their life. Unfortunately, my youngest, his grandmother passed away before, you know, they could really get to know each other, you know, because they only met a couple of times while she was in the aged care home, because you don't know how much time people have left. So, you know, try and make as much time as you can to let these people know how much you mean to them. And you know, it's just the little things that really brighten up their day. So if you have a moment to spare, you know, visit your relatives, your grandparents or whatever it is, because I know that I miss my parents. They're overseas. I can't see them,